Hello everyone, my name is Julius Haryadi. I'm primary care physician and hospitalist in the US. Today is a special episode because I would like to give my opinion about the USMLE cheating scandal that happened in Nepal. This happened very recently. Now we're gonna cover the formal news from the ECFMG and the USMLE respectively, and then we're gonna cover the informal information that comes from throughout the internet. After that, I'm gonna give you my opinion about the whole thing. Alright, so here is the news from the ECFMG statement on invalidation of USMLE examination scores. This is posted January 31st, 2024. Basically saying IntelHealth was recently informed by the United States Medical Licensing Examination Program that the USMLE examination scores for a number of test takers have been invalidated based on a pattern of anomalous exam performance associated with Nepal. USMLE has contacted impacted individuals directly about the status of their USMLE exam performance. For more information on the invalidation of these test scores, please see the USMLE statement. So we're going to go to the USMLE statement. Again, this is posted January 31st, 2024. I'm going to go right into the second paragraph. I think this is the important part. As part of ongoing investigation, the USMLE program has identified a pattern of anomalous exam performance associated with Nepal, which challenges the validity of test results for a group of examinees. Highly irregular patterns can be indicative of prior unauthorized access to secure exam content. Examinees with results in questions are being notified by the USMLE Secretariat's office that their previous step scores have been invalidated and that they will be required to take a validation exam. So it could be more than one exam. The USMLE program is working to notify examinees who need to schedule validation exam and to support score users and other stakeholders impacted by the validation exam requirements. So those are the formal news that's released by the ECFMG and the USMLE. Now we move on to the more fun part, which is the informal information that we can get throughout the internet. So this is posted by, it said, Nepali applicant on X, formerly Twitter. It seems like this is the email that this applicant received. It said, your performance on the exams listed below raises concerns about the validity of the passing results reported. Details are provided about the highly irregular patterns found in your exam data that are indicative of prior and substantial unauthorized access to secure exam content. The odds of observing the data that supports the invalidation of your exam results during normal testing conditions are extremely low, 1 in 100 million, even more unlikely. And the exam listed here is a Step 2 CK May 10, 2023. So this is posted January 31st, 2024. But the exam was done about a year before. It would be very devastating here to hear that. Extremely improbable answer similarity with other examinees testing on the same form at similar times. So basically here they're saying that the odds of having this result is 1 in 100 million. Or another way to say it, USMLE is trying to say that, hey, 99.999%, I know you're cheating. All right. So that's how sure they are saying that this individual has cheated. Now, I think the most interesting post that was posted very recently in Reddit. I am an IMG from Nepal, and this is how step exam cheating works here. I went to a top med school in Nepal and cheated in all of my step exams. I'm only flagged by USMLE for one of the exams. Everyone I know from Nepal who took STEP this year and past few years has cheated. I mean what I said. Here is how it works. Before taking exam, the Nepali docs join PQ, past question group on Telegram. People who took STEP exam come to the group soon after their exam and share questions they can remember. So it is a massive ground root effort which has been going on for many years. People also bring set question of these PQ groups, not sure exactly where they get it. Cheating has gone crazy these days in Nepal. I know people who haven't finished First Aid or UWorld and have mainly relied on these PQ groups who scored 260s. People have walked out of Prometic 2 hours early and have scored 260s. People are missing questions on purpose because they don't want to get too much correct. Nepali docs who rank towards the end of the med school class are getting similar scores to their class toppers. Everyone aims for a 270. STEP exams are a joke in Nepal. In Nepal Medical Council exam, about 50% of Nepali docs fail. So, and same people are getting top STEP scores. Some Nepali docs have shared about these past questions with other IMGs when they have been to the US. We have been concerned of being caught, and these issues have been brought to PQ groups for discussion. The cheaters are angry that USMLE is unfairly targeting Nepal. Their claim is that IMGs cheat all over the world, but only Nepali are targeted. They have started a change.org petition asking USMLE to change their statement because Nepal's reputation is brought down by USMLE. They have also filed a lawsuit against USMLE. Nepali docs are pretty divided. Lots of my friends who have cheated, we were on the same Telegram group, are not flagged by USMLE. Current Nepali residents who I know have cheated act as if they're honest and blame the younger docs. Bro, you taught us how to do it. That was very interesting. So now we get to my opinion of all these things, all right? Do I believe that the Nepali docs did cheated? Yes, I sure do. Because the thing about it this way, flagging someone's test result and invalidate them can ruin someone's career or even their life, right? Saying somebody's cheated in a high stakes exams is going to ruin your career. At least in the US, probably it's going to be very difficult for you to match in residency if you are caught cheated. So I'm pretty sure they take this very, very seriously. And it did mention in one of the email there, they're saying that 1 in 100 million, saying that 99.99%, I know for sure you're actually cheating. So I'm sure that the ECFMG has done a very thorough investigations and make sure that they are correct. And cheating did occur. The question is, if in the very unlikely situation where you are actually honest and you're being flagged, I would say that's unlikely, but if that's the case, they actually provide 3 options for these people who being flagged. One option is to do nothing, second option is to appeal, and third option is to retake the exam. In my opinion, if you're one of these people who are flagged, the most logical next step reason, if you're still going to pursue medical residency in the US, is to simply retake the exam. Because if you try to appeal and then you go to court, need a lawyer, need to defend yourself, it's going to be hard to visualize what that's gonna be like. The things that you actually know, you're doctors, you know USMLE, you've taken it before, you've studied it before, so it makes sense to just study and do it. Well, if you don't want to pursue that, that's gonna be a different story. Then comes to the next question, because there's a lot of controversy here. A lot of people saying, well, if they have found cheated, they should not be given a second chance. If you think about it, ECFMG is saying that, well, I know 99.9% you cheat. Hey, I'm giving you a second chance. They know they cheated, but they are really giving a second chance for them to retake the exam. So this becomes a controversy. Some people saying that they shouldn't be given a second chance. They should just ban completely because they have cheated, and we don't want to have doctors care for them if they have cheated in a high stakes exam. Now, I'm gonna put my opinion about this. So I think there are things that we shouldn't give a second chance, but there are things that we can give second chance. All right. For example, in a marriage, if you are living in an abusive relationship, you got physically abused, no second chance. I'll say you just run as far as you can because you just put yourself in great danger. So that, for me, no second chance. Now, in this situation though, I think they deserve a second chance. Why? Look, there are 800 Nepali doctors is involved here. So this has been deeply ingrained in the environment. Think of it this way, a lot of wrong things that we do, bad things that we do, can feel normalized or feels okay to do if people around you doing the same thing. If people around you smoke, if people around you drink alcohol, you feel like okay to smoke and drink alcohol. If people around you eat burgers and fries and pizza every day, you feel okay to eat burgers, fries, and pizza every day. You see, this is a peer pressure. There are 800 doctors. So if you're Nepali doctors, I try to imagine being a Nepali doctors. If you're in Nepali doctors and you don't join this PQ group, Pasqua, or whatever group, the Telegram they have, you'll be singled out. You'll be a weird guy for being honest. Bro, what are you doing? Why don't you join? We'll all join. It's okay. It's okay. It's a peer pressure. It doesn't mean that they're not competent doctors. Another reason is this: USMLE score is only one part of your applications. So when the program directors review you, you see USMLE score, but there are other things that needs to be considered in order to match or rank an applicant. Their personal statement, their previous work experience, research experience, publications, letter of recommendations. You can't really fake that if they have a great accomplishment, right? So it's only that one single thing, which I think I'll imagine it's going to be very hard. You live in that environment. They support and encourage you to actually join the group and then use the past questions in order to pass and have a great score in the USMLE. See, so I personally think they deserve a second chance because of those two reasons. Certainly, this situation will give a big impact, negative impact to the Nepali doctors, and you can actually stretch out to probably the Asian doctors, or you can even stretch out that it will give a negative impact to IMGs in general, because you take the exam outside of the US, people saying it's a bigger chance for you to cheat, yada yada, and not only Nepali doctors are actually cheat, and all those stuff. So it can give a negative impact. It's kind of unavoidable. So my message to the program directors and the residency program out there, I hope that you don't put stereotypes. Don't put stereotypes on the Nepali doctors, to the IMGs. Don't generalize the Nepali and the IMG doctors, because not all of them are cheaters. I hope they don't assume you as cheaters until proven otherwise. I hope you assume that they are honest and until proven otherwise. I know probably it's going to be a very difficult request, but I hope you don't put any stereotype or generalize the Nepali doctors and the IMGs. Okay, the last thing that I would like to mention is what should the USMLE committee, whatever you want to call it, should do next. The thing is this, the USMLE recalls will not stop. It's going to be very hard to stop that. Maybe you can have a very good proctors in the Prometric Center, but they can still do a USMLE recalls. They can memorize the questions and then put in a note and share it, and it's going to very hard to stop that, almost impossible. So I think the things that they can do is to rotate the questions, have more questions and rotate them. It seems that what happened is they have very similar set of questions if people do the test in a very short period of time. So I think they just have to rotate the questions more. I think it's very, very possible. I'm pretty sure they already figure out how to prevent this from happening again. The USMA will maintain its high standards and stays as a valid way to assess one's medical and clinical knowledge. So that's all I have to say for this matter. For my Nepali friends and IMGs who pursue medical career in the US, I hope you stay strong, motivated, and keep moving forward. Remember that journey to medicine is not about test scores. It's about your passion to heal, learn, and contribute to the world. Remember, to cure sometimes, to comfort always. Bye now.